My wife refused to spend her birthday with me and went out to have dinner with her coworker, but she thought I was bluffing when I told her I would file for divorce. I was with her for a total of 14 years, married for 12 of them. I am not saying our relationship was perfect as with any other relationship. There were hardships. There was never any cheating up to this point, or at least I hope, just normal life situations, but I always thought we would deal with them together. So back in September 2022, I was involved in a high-speed accident with a garbage truck. I fortunately wasn't severely injured from it, but I have been struggling with severe back pain to the point where it has prevented me from working ever since. I did try to return to work. I am an HVAC tech. 3 months later, and it didn't go well, my doctor took me off and then started a very lengthy journey of trying to find a treatment plan that would help me get back to work. Then, in May 2023, I needed emergency surgery when my appendix ruptured. I woke her up to take me to the hospital and she gave me some attitude about it. She then decided to fix her hair and makeup before we left. She also refused to drive, so I drove myself to the hospital with her in the passenger seat. After the surgery, the hospital wanted to keep me overnight for observation because they found an infection around my appendix. I asked her if she could stay with me at the hospital and take a few days off to help me with anything I might need. She refused to do both. At the time, I didn't really think too much about it because I was too focused on everything that had been going on. Fast forward to June. She made a joke, and I thought about how she back paid, and now she can leave. So I jokingly said back, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out." She snapped at me and said how she felt trapped and very stressed out. I acknowledged that she has the right to feel that way because of me, as I am unable to work. Also to note, I applied for financial help for the mortgage and utilities, so she was able to pay all bills after 2 weeks of pay. She then told me she would spend the night with a friend from work to talk about her feelings, and I said, "Go ahead, it will help us get past this." Then she told me she was supposed to go out for dinner for her birthday with a girl from work, and she refused to spend it with me. The next day, I found out it was actually a guy she was supposed to have dinner with. We had a bad argument, and I went to my mom's to cool off and tried to figure things out. After a few hours, I went to get some clothes and went to a friend's house to clear my head and have some space. When she saw me do this, she went off on me and accused me of giving up on the marriage. We argued back and forth, but after a few days, I decided 14 years was too much time to leave something like this and the marriage. We decided to try and work on us for at least 6 months before we make a decision. Only 4 weeks later, I found out she had been looking for apartments the whole time. She then told me that her having her space could save us. I told her I don't understand how a year lease would save anything. And how does she expect me to pay bills since I am unable to work? I told her if she moves out, I will file for divorce. She found an apartment she liked and applied for it and was approved. At this time, the apartment wouldn't be ready for 2 weeks. During this, I did something I am not proud of. I just felt uneasy about everything that is happening, and I had suspicion that she was hiding something about why she wanted to move out. So yes, I went through her Apple Watch with her at the house while she was working. I ended finding out that she had been talking to some guy for at least 4 to 5 months, and when I looked at it, a text was sent from her to him saying she wanted him bad, and when and where can they hook up? When I confronted her about this, she just claimed it was a joke. But when I said that's messed up, she then said because I'm not giving her any, she has to get it from somewhere. She would turn me down every time I tried to initiate anything with her for the last 4 to 5 months. In August 2023, she moved into her apartment. 2 weeks later, I told her that I was filing for divorce, and she said I was just bluffing about that. Fortunately, with us not having any children, the divorce was very quick and was finalized Dec 2023. There was a lot more gaslighting and other crazy stuff that happened. I wanted to tell my story and just say that no matter what you're going through, if someone is mistreating or taking advantage of you, don't be afraid to leave. No one deserves to be walked all over on. In the 2 weeks leading up to her moving out, we had a lot of fights, and I was being referred to as a broken person because of my injuries and pain. I did help her move out mainly because she had no one else and I felt that it could give me some sort of closure moving her belongings out. The next few months were getting the paperwork for the divorce dissolution with no children to be more accurate, properly filed out. The agreement was that she kept what was hers and I kept what was mine. In October 2023, she ended up in a car accident that totaled her car. She seemed to be okay. She didn't go to the hospital. She asked to borrow my car for work, but I said no. Then she said I needed to take her back and forth to work. I also said no to this. I told her I wouldn't be able to because of conflicting schedules with my physical therapy and doctor visits. She said that was not her problem. So I got upset and told her she wasn't my problem. There wasn't much communication after that until I saw her the day of the divorce. There has been little communication since then, just mainly trying to get her to change her address. Now I just sent her mail back to the sender. As far as we go, there's nothing else to say. We don't talk or have seen each other at all. Now, for people wondering how I'm doing now. Physically, I've been getting better slowly. I just had a procedure that numbed the nerves in my lower back to help manage the pain. Hopefully, this will help me get back to somewhat normal activities. I am in a new relationship. When the new year started, I thought I would try and go on a few dates to see how things felt and also just get out of the house.